Today I'm going to show you how I set my homemade mink cage traps. I also want to tell you why I trap mink. Here is the trap I made in my video. Click on the link to see how I made it. As you can see, I gave it a camo paint job, just so it would be less garish in the countryside. These are easy and cheap to make. I also added some handles, one on either end. This is much better than the single handle you find on commercial traps. This is where I will set this trap. And this is why I had to make a new trap. Some inquisitive cattle found the old one. The door and treadle are okay, so I can reuse them. The wire costs only around €2. I'm going to dig this trap into the bank. Here I'm measuring it for size. I trap American mink, which are an invasive species, in order to protect our native wildlife, especially ground nesting birds. These are in great danger during nesting season, when they have to sit on their eggs, often for 20 or 30 days, to hatch their chicks. People will speak about the balance of nature, and while this may exist in a natural habitat, we don't live in a natural habitat. Locally, we have a grass monoculture, not natural. Intensive agriculture has reduced biodiversity and farmland birds right across Western Europe. When my dad was a boy, there were grouse, partridge and corncrake locally. The grouse lived in upland bogs. Forestry was planted on the bogs. No bog, no grouse. Changing farmland practice finished the partridge and corncrakes. When I was a boy, we had curlews and green plover nesting here every year. I've not seen either in over 25 years. I really miss the curlews. Here I'm adding back some sand to bed the trap firmly. Now, I can't change forestry or farming practices, but I can protect what wildlife we've left by controlling very plentiful predator populations, especially invasive predators. I use the cage traps because they're non-lethal and you can release non-target species. In Ireland, these would be the otter and pine marten, which are protected animals. Otter numbers have increased, and because they're territorial, they push out the mink. I can confirm this. I trapped mink for 20 years and caught between 15 and 20 each year. I haven't caught any in over 3 years. This makes me happy, which makes me a most unusual trapper. I hope I never catch another mink, which would mean they are not here damaging our wildlife. Now I'm putting some flat stones on top of the trap, so the soil will not fall into it. This is a sheet of sod to form a roof for the trap. Some finishing touches. and just make everything as it was. Some grass to cover up the digging. This is just some dry grass to put on the floor of the trap. It covers up the wire, and also when you catch a mink, they release a strong smelling scent, and then they make a bed from the grass and lie in it, and this makes the best bait you can ever imagine. A few big stones, hopefully to prevent the cattle putting their feet through it again. And we're nearly finished. More camouflage. Now we're giving you a look at the finished trap. Mink they're very inquisitive and they love to investigate holes or anything unusual. The big stone at the side will maybe just halt them and gives them a chance to spot the trap. So, bye bye from Vinniesdayoff, and thank you very much for watching.